kids know more about 50 Cent. They can quote, y'all ain't gonna help me. They can quote more songs from Ludacris than they can quote one verse from the Bible. They're listening to rap CDs while they're on the way to church. Then they step up in our choirs and then they try to get anointed. They'll get pregnant in our congregation. And the preachers used to preach against it.
Preach, Bishop.
Y'all do this in your organization, but we used to get sat down. Folks don't do nothing, they still singing. I came up, you come up there living unholy. The old mothers will tell you, sit down. Your dress too short. The mothers will say, pull that skirt back. Y'all ain't gonna help me preach. There was no girlfriend and boyfriend. No dipping and diving.
That's right, Bishop, that's right.
And then walking up in the church speaking in some ungodly tongue. We were taught that holiness was right. And holiness without which no man shall see the Lord. Can you shake somebody's hand like you're going to shake it off? And say, holiness is still right. Don't you hate on the preacher. He just preaching right. Holiness without which no man. Can I preach like an old time? No man shall see the Lord. Somebody raise your hand and say, I just want to be right. Here now. But I also see some young folks here. I wish I had a couple more days to deal with you. There's some young folks in the room. I want to give you a word before you hit the road. Don't come in church playing a hypocrite. When you go back home, I want you to
preach, Bishop.
I want you to go back to your pastor and say, Bishop, I ain't been living right. Y'all ain't gonna help me, but I'm talking. Go ahead, Bishop. Some of y'all been on the one foot in the curb and 1 foot in the world. You're living unholy when your parents ain't around. When the bishop ain't around, you're slipping in the club. Y'all ain't saying. Go ahead. All of my young folks don't like me now. But I still love y'all young folks.
You preaching.
God came and sent me here to tell you the truth. I want all of my young folks to go home and maybe I'll pray for you before I leave. And lay on your face and say, God, I don't want to be a 50 Cent saint. You know what that means, don't you? I'm only 50% saved. And I'm 50% a sinner. But no, God, I want to give you my whole life. I want to lay on my face and say, no. Like David said, create in me a clean heart. Y'all shouldn't have called me to preach. And renewing me the right spirit. Grab somebody's hand and shake it. And say, neighbor, if there's anything that's in me that shouldn't be, I want the Lord to take it out and strengthen me. Because I want to be right. Look at somebody else, say, neighbor, I haven't been in church all this time to go to hell. Tell them I want to be right. I want to be anointed. I want to be filled with power. When the world looks at me